Hello, I'm here with Paul and Erica, the founders of Ryngly. Why did you create Ryngly?
It's actually pretty simple. We have an accepted method for connecting people known as conference calls today. And that accepted method has a lot of barriers to entry when it comes to joining a conference call. And while tech people and tech savvy individuals find it rather easy to join conference calls, it can be a real barrier for a lot of other people that might be driving, might be not as technically savvy as someone else, and not able to necessarily join in on a technical situation when they're in the field working, they've got equipment that they're running, and it's time to talk. And joining a conference call can be very cumbersome for someone like that. So what we did is we said, let's disrupt this system. Let's change the way we think of conference calls. And conference calls can be something that are very easy to create and very easy to join. And it really just surrounds the fact that conference calls can call you. They don't have to be called into from a bridge perspective. And so we created Ryngly. And Ryngly is a system that is set up to make all the barriers to entry for a conference call go away. And that includes joining the conference call, that includes roll call, that includes callbacks. So for someone that doesn't necessarily answer correctly the first time, or is unable, an easy callback happens and everyone can be on the line within 10 to 15 seconds and the call can begin. So none of this calling in late, who's on the call, who's not on the call, and those types of things that we accept as a society as conference calls go away. Those things that are part of a very kludgy, very disruptive process for starting a call goes away. So your Ryngly conference calls start in 15 seconds and everybody is conducting business right away. So that was kind of why we started Ryngly, is we said, this is unacceptable. And once people understand that it is unacceptable, then it becomes a very different world.
Yep, and Paul just hit on a very good point. A big point to me is accountability, to make people accountable for joining a call and knowing who's on the call, to have a dashboard in front of you when you have 100 people out in the field and they're supposed to call into their sales call, and sometimes you don't know who's there, who is not there, how often is that person not there. There's a very good tracking system that you have a dashboard that you can see who is on the call, which makes things more efficient, more productive, and yields to higher profits and in lower time on the phone. I mean, when you're not messing around with call-in codes and bridges and numbers and calendaring and a bunch of other stuff that goes with even getting on the phone, and you multiply that by your amount of people, that your employees, your customers that are in the field, you're saving money.
Right, and there's the security aspect to what Erica was just talking about. Who is on the call? So you know exactly who is on the call, who's not on the call. Let's change the way we think of conference calls.